Yes.
Yes.
Hey, everyone.
What's happening?
It's Friday.
Friday, baby.
Friday.
You have anything to show people, Bob? You want to show them your nipply?
Nipply?
Bought this today.
Oh.
It
A
looks,
Zumo citrus.
it
Yeah, they're
looks
pretty cool.
slightly obscene.
How much is one of those, Bob?
I don't know.
With the tariffs? Hey.
I just bought a bag of them. So these
they're-
They're not
these are-
cheap as oranges
No.
go, but to me, I find them. I have them as like an occasional trade. Usually get like one or two a week.
Yeah.
I never see them.
They're pretty good.
You have to look for them. They're in the grocery store.
Well,
They're
you
just
think.
got to look for them.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
They have
like
them at Whole
yeah.
Foods. Maybe some other places.
It's just a big ass mandarin, man.
So I recently bought some oranges. They
Mhm.
look really delicious in the store, and I cut them open, and they were great, and they were kind of red on the inside,
What?
Okay.
and they were
Oh.
not blood oranges. You know, they were like the size
Yeah,
of the one
they
you
were
had.
kind of
Bob.
red.
It was just blood.
Very
Don't you
cool.
hate it when you open it up and they're dried out on the
Mm. Oh,
yeah.
inside?
Yeah, yeah.
Hate
If
that.
you do that, Steve, you
Wow.
could bring them right back to the supermarket.
You can. I've never
Yeah,
done that.
hell yeah,
I usually
man.
just put them out for the animals to eat. The
Satsumo?
birds will still eat them.
Is that what it is? Satsumo?
But these are juicy, aren't they, Bob?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They have like a dozen brand names.
Yeah.
In New England, you usually find them as Sumo Citrus.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
What
their
is-
technical name, but
What is Satsumo? That's the name of the orange?
it's
That's
one of the
Sharon?
brand names.
Probably
I'm
one of
sure.
the, yeah.
Yeah, they're Japanese. They are Japanese, and they're
Juicy.
a hybrid. It's a hybrid. I think there's some mandarin in there and something else.
Mhm.
Navel, bottle top, bottle navel. You know those ones.
Mhm.
They're good because they're seedless. They're juicy. The peel comes away like
Yeah.
butter,
Very, yeah.
like butter, Evan,
Like butter.
Ian,
they
and
were-
they're,
They're all
they're
mandarins.
super super sweet, super tasty.
Bob, you loving it or what?
Yeah.
Wolfie. Yeah, there's a Wolfie
Wolfie.
if you want to play a Wolfie.
I usually eat the little mandarins.
Yeah.
Hackman says, I bought one for $2.69 and then updated it $2.69.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's about what you'll
Not
pay.
yet.
It's not
Has anybody
cheap.
out there eaten muscat grapes? Because I'd like to hear
Huh?
if they're
Muskrat grapes.
muscat.
Muscat. What, scat of a
Muscat?
musk? That's even worse.
That's a horrible name.
Muscat grapes.
Muscat. You got to eat a fruit called muscat.
I agree.
Muscat.
What are cotton candy grapes?
Yeah,
That's,
they're
that's a good
okay.
brand. Now that
That's a
sounds like
good
something
name.
I would try.
They're okay. I mean, they do taste a little bit like cotton candy, but to me, it's too desserty. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be that sugary.
Yeah,
Unless it's a dessert.
you're contradicting yourself, Jay, because you were creaming over those pineapples that were super sweet.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Last
those are.
one.
I mean, Steve, those are crazy sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My point.
They're so sweet that you have to like them.
No,
So
I mean,
there's a zone you don't like, but if it gets beyond the sweet zone, then you're okay with it
Yes.
again. It's like
No.
the uncanny
I'm
valley of
sorry. Let me
sweetness.
clarify. The pineapple I had, it was the flavor of that thing was amazing. It still
Mhm.
had a really good pineapple flavor profile. I think the cotton candy grapes are they're candy.
They don't taste like grapes.
Not really. They have that cotton candy vibe, and they're too. It's like eating candy. That's it.
Sharon has had them. Of course, Sharon has had them.
All right, so Sharon, tell us all about it.
Explain. Are those the
First,
ones?
why
that
are they
you
called
freeze?
muscat?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
know.
I could look that up. That should be an easy one.
And how do they rank in terms of every grape cultivar that exists?
Impromptu tier list.
Tier list of grapes.
Theories about the origins of muscat grapes date ancestors of the varieties back to ancient Egyptians or Persians. Anyway, whatever.
I like any grapes that are seedless. I like them red, yellow,
yeah.
big and juicy, whatever. Yeah, as long as they're seedless, I'm good.
Yeah, but the greenish ones are my faves.
Yeah, I don't know. I go for the red.
I've had
ones, too.
excellent of all kinds. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
depends on the quality.
Dad loved grapes, man. Remember he'd come back from the store with a satchel of them
Yeah.
and sit there just like we'd eat them. He came
Yeah.
one day, I'll never forget. He came back with grapes that blew my mind. They were huge.
Yeah, every now and then you get those huge grapes. Yeah.
They were bigger than anything I'd ever seen, and they were like nice and firm. Oh man.
So they do have seeds in them, apparently. Grapes with seeds are evil. Yeah. Very tasty, bit sour. Fruit inside is sweet.
I mean, I don't get
There you go.
I don't get that.
You're not selling it. You're not selling
Yeah,
it.
that
Yeah,
doesn't.
no.
So
Maybe they are muskrat grapes.
Apparently, there's wine varieties. It comes from the Persian word muck, which is also not selling it.
Yeah, also not
So-
selling it.
we might actually
From the Persian word for shit.
Yeah, might be pronounced musk, but I don't
Steve's
know.
been talking to Brian Dunning. We might see him tomorrow because he's driving
Ah.
through Connecticut.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Ding.
He's not driving through Connecticut. He's just coming to Connecticut to see us. He's making a day trip from. Rhode
Oh,
Island.
I'm sorry.
likes
You're
me.
right. He's
He really
yeah,
likes
he's nearby and he's taking a drive down. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably hit the Peabody, which is revamped. It's a really good museum. It's like
It's legit.
It's legit. It's like as good as any natural history museum you're going to go to. And they have one of the best dinosaur collections in the world.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy crap.
Steve, if you could have any dinosaur fossil,
The actual fossil.
what would it be?
Not just a cast.
Like to have in my hand, in my house, like on display.
Yeah, I mean, let I'm thinking like the first thing you're going to think about is logistics, like where would you keep it?
Yes.
That type of thing.
I mean, so definitely on my short list, the first thing that popped into my head was the Berlin specimen of Archaeopteryx, because that has the advantage of it's a seminal fossil. It's gorgeous, and it's very displayable in someone's actual house. Yeah,
Wonderful.
any like a T-Rex, where the hell am I going to put it?
Yeah.
You don't
Even
need a
just
living
the
room.
skull, like even just the skull in the basement, I guess. But
We could fit that in the basement.
I'd like to have it, then I'd sell it for $5 million.
Oh,
That's not.
Look at this
that's not
guy.
the point.
Look at that.
Did I miss the spirit of it? Oh
Yes.
man, terror birds are the best.
Hell yeah.
They are awesome.
Put that in your backyard. That'll scare the coyotes.
I think is that a moa or a terror bird? What is it?
Oh
say?
yeah, that might have been that
it
might have
says
been like a
survivors.
moa.
The terror birds had the hatchet thing at the front of their beak.
Yeah, those were nasty.
They would go like boom, and they would kill their prey.
Yeah, and they were bigger than that dude too.
Yeah.
Well, some
I
of them
wonder.
anyway.
I wonder
Yeah,
how
coconut.
much modern birds, like chickens,
Bird.
taste like
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
Of course, you want to eat it.
Or how much dinosaurs
Hmm.
taste like chickens? What
Yeah,
you're
you know what I
That's
mean.
true.
Yeah.
Does it track or what?
Yeah.
Well, the dodo was apparently delicious, right?
Apparently the dodo.
Not that that's a dinosaur, but it's extinct.
Yeah, it was slow, fat, and delicious.
Yeah,
Which is
and
not a
they-
good.
they just
not a
walk
good
up to you.
survival package.
Do we have
Yeah.
any dodo DNA?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, it'd be
The problem
interesting to
is,
see that.
yeah.
The dodo is on the short list. We talk about this on the show this week. Obviously, everyone wants to talk about the dire wolf, which has not exactly been
It's
de-extincted.
the liar wolf.
It's neither
it's
a
a
wolf nor a
hybrid.
dire.
It's a hybrid.
topic.
Of course, almost all wolves now are hybrids. Like there's like in North America, they're all like coyote, dog mix.
Coy wolves. Somebody emailed us about coy wolves or wolfotes or something. Whatever they like.
Wolfotes.
Wolfotes.
Or Kai wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. The eastern coyote. The eastern coyote is basically wolf, coyote, dog.
Mhm.
In almost equal proportions. So I'm sure there was a lot of mixing with the dire wolf too back in the day. Those splits are never clean. Even human chimp split, which was what 8 million years ago.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
for millions of years after that, we were still getting it on.
Wait, I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, we were exchanging genes with.
Yeah.
After the split, those splits are not like, unless it's geological, right? If you are physically separated, where it becomes impossible for populations to mix, then
Of
there's
course. I mean, Steve, there's no formal like, all right, we're not talking to you guys anymore.
Yeah,
Like, you go that way and we'll go
they
this
had a
way. Like,
fight. They went their
Yeah.
separate way. They drew a chalk line down the middle of the forest.
Mom, he has a big forehead, but I love him.
But even if it was geological, that takes time to happen too.
Yeah, but once it happens, there's a point at which it completely happens.
Right.
And then there's no mixing again. But if it's just different behaviors, whatever, but they're kind of still living in the same location, which was true of gray wolves and dire wolves.
Hmm.
They're gonna swap genes every now and then.
So Steve,
Yeah.
and Steve and I have been talking about swag that we're going to bring to Nauticon.
Yes.
Oh.
And we
They
have an
bring all of
idea.
it.
I think we could talk to people about this. We have an idea. We want to we're thinking about making a science or fiction coin.
Yes.
And I'd be curious to know what you guys think about that.
There's science on one side and fiction on the other side.
They want it. They already know they want it.
You could flip it when you're not sure.
It's true.
I like that. I like that.
Right? Isn't that fun?
That would be good for the show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's a good idea, actually. Listen along.
So every time I buy swag, I have vendor anxiety.
Mm-hmm. What kind of vendor anxiety?
I mean, it's like I bought the badges last time for Nauticon. They were fine, but I wasn't crazy about them.
Yeah.
Most people would look at them and never look at them again and not think about it. I'm like, I was looking at the wear and tear on the ones that made it home with me. So I'm like, all right, I think I'll try a different company this year. And then I enter that zone. I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's just, you just don't know what to trust. Like even the reviews, I don't trust them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the ones that we've been using though, not the recent sort of ones that we had to get it very quickly, but like the original batch were fine. They were good. They were solid.
Yeah. So far people are liking the science or fiction coin idea.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see something else that we're bringing to Nauticon?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Oh,
You bring it
okay.
in.
Now it's currently being worked on, at least one. That's one of the discs that we showed on Wednesday.
Oh, it's coming off the 3D printer?
Yeah. So I put it on now the treadmill printer so we can print a bunch of them. So there it goes. It's not, the camera's kind of in a bad spot because I wanted to see it come off, make sure.
Do you guys want me to go grab the rocket and show it to everybody?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, we showed it on the Wednesday
I'll
stream.
be right
There's
back.
a lot of people who weren't here for the Wednesday stream. We could show you that. So the what I just showed was the pedestal, a pedal stool. Name that joke, chat. And there was a coin that it's going to sit on basically, and then the rocket will sit on that coin. Has little feet holding things, says SGU or the Skeptics Guide to the Universe. Might have one that says Nauticon. We have some other ideas for that. Yeah, we're going to do the rocket model. So I know some people were asking when it will be on the merch store. I don't know if that will ever happen, but it will definitely be at Nauticon. We'll be printing.
Yeah, because these are printable but not mass producible.
Yeah, not quite the same. I know somebody suggested, hey, why don't you print it, make a model, cast it, you silicone, and then you pour it. And I was like, what? Like, that seems like a lot that we can't quite do.
But anyway, there's swag you can only get at live events.
That's right. That's so more of a reason
Deal
to come to
with
a live
it.
event. And we'll try to bring it to all the live events. Maybe when we go to Kansas.
Deal with it.
We are getting some of them at least are going to be expertly painted.
That's true.
So here's the rocket.
A rocket.
So we're making some modifications to it. See, it says SGU on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your camera's flipped.
It is.
Is it? Oh,
I don't see it flipped.
To me.
Although SGU is
You
still
don't see it flipped.
kind of works except for the G. The S, the S doesn't.
There we go.
The U works.
There we go.
See?
There you go.
So we're making some modifications, and then this is what Ian is printing at his house, which is the base.
Mm-hmm. So
It's all about the
in there.
base.
That's
in there.
True.
That's what I hear.
Boom.
I love it. So we're going to make
This is
different
wonderful.
versions of this. Like you could buy one that says the Skeptic's Guide, or you can get one that is Nauticon,
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
or whatever. We're going to come up with some ideas. This is, I keep looking at this, and I absolutely love this thing. It's so freaking cool.
Yeah, it came out pretty good on the printer.
I love it.
I love it.
I'll take a gross.
I'll take the lot.
I'll take the
Take the lot. It's wafer thin.
Oh, waffle thumb. So should we get to some issues that have been coming up? How angry do you want to be? Mild, medium, none?
All of it.
That's
go ahead.
extremely the most angry you could possibly make me.
All right, we'll go with extreme first because this guy, TFG, this fucking guy. We'll see how you guys feel about what this guy says. You can probably already.
I'm already triggered.
Tell, you're already mad about it.
Those exposure. We've launched a massive testing and research effort that's going to involve hundreds of scientists from around the world. By September, we will know what has caused the autism epidemic, and we'll be able to eliminate those exposures.
So, what do you think about that?
I think he's a fucktwit.
Oh, there we go. Hey,
I mean, he's obviously, look, I hope we're wrong, but you can't do what he's saying. You can't do it. You can prove through statistics that vaccines don't cause autism, sure. But in a short amount of time with a brand new study with handpicked people who, obviously are not legitimate researchers.
Well, so everything is wrong with what he's saying. First of all, there isn't an autism epidemic, right? If you look at the data, because these studies that he's talking about that he wants to do have already been done over the last 20 years, over and over and over again. And basically, if you compare cohorts, what are you looking at, Bob? Bob just had a shock look at this.
No, just these images on my saved an image and it's disappeared.
Okay, don't share that. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Basically the diagnostic rates are increasing, but that's because of greater surveillance, diagnostic substitution, and other sort of logistical things like that. There isn't any compelling evidence that there's an actual increase in autism rate. Of course, it's not possible to rule out that there's a small increase in there. But that's just a statistical thing, but it's not an epidemic. So the premise is wrong. Further, and part of the reason we know this is that there is a ton of evidence that autism is predominantly genetic. And so you can't have an epidemic of something that's genetic. The only wiggle room there is that there might be a higher risk if if you have kids later in life, right? So older parents may be at more of a risk of having a child with autism than younger parents, and we parents are delaying having kids. They are having kids older. So that's like the only thing that might be in there. So what are you gonna do? Tell people not to have kids when they're older?
Yeah.
But he's thinking, he's assuming there's something environmental. He wants it to be vaccines because he's been hitting that drum for decades. But whatever, he'll take mercury or whatever, aluminum, GMOs, yeah, whatever. It's got to be something environmental that we could take out of the environment. But it's pretty clear that that's not the case. And of course, he's going to do shitty research, which you could get done in a couple of months, and then to create spurious findings. There is no, again, there's no one study that's going to contradict 20 years of science. And like we're all going to say, oh, this is the answer now. We know the answer. Let's act upon it. The guy's a jackass. He doesn't understand how science works.
Steve, what if Trump is causing autism? Then he'd get rid of Trump then.
Well, I might look the other way if that's the answer.
If the study comes out that way.
Steve, what about, I mean, it was like 4 or 5 days ago, I read something about RFK Jr. saying, basically like doing a 180, saying that, yes, MMR vaccines are helpful against measles. Basically, a 180. What caused that?
No, he's not doing it wrong. He's not doing a 180. He's still doing the soft sell. He's still couching it in terms that it's personal choice and vitamin A is an alternative. But yes, you should get vaccinated.
That's not what all right. Maybe
he's not done a 180. He is not talking. Give me a quote, because that's not what I see.
All right, I'll find it, because I read something that would like shock the crap out of me.
Is that when he was talking about vitamin A treatment?
No, it was after that. It was after the vitamin A shit.
There was a moment he did say like they are useful, but like he's hedging. He's just being a bullshitter. You know what I mean? Like I just want safe vaccines. That classic canard.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, they are, dummy. But so given that he's in such a prominent role of power, if he has one study, I mean, how much damage can he do if he touts that around?
A lot.
Yeah,
he can do a lot of damage.
Here's Dave, right here. The most effective way to prevent the spread of measles is the MMR vaccine. Bam! That sounds like a effing 180 to me.
Well, yeah, but what did he say around it?
Yeah, the context.
Because he says that, then he'll immediately say something else that takes it away. You got to give me a link or something.
He'll probably say like there are risks associated with
NPR.
RFK.
I got to put it into context. I mean, he may be shifting his tone because he's getting a lot of pushback. I mean, there is a measles epidemic happening or outbreak.
I assume that's what, and the first deaths in 10 years.
Yeah,
I assume that's why he did this. At least,
but he caveats it with wanes very quickly. The vaccine protection.
Yeah, I heard that today.
Which is not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the anti-vaccine mantra, that the disease protects better than the vaccine, which is not always true. So like, just let people get the measles. We'll give them vitamin A so they don't die, and that's better than getting vaccinated. That's what he really thinks.
I texted you the link.
Oh, me? Or you texted to Steve?
Yeah, I just texted it to Steve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a big article.
Yeah, Paul Offit actually said, responding to Kennedy, he just keeps picking and picking at the vaccine safety with statements that aren't scientifically valid. For instance, by suggesting that all childhood vaccines weren't tested against placebos when they were, or many were. Anyway, that's what this article goes into details, which is on NBC, if anybody wants to check that out. So anyway, well.
So dump any good bonds lately?
Just the U.S. ones that I had saved up. Let's see. Measles shout out. Yeah, that's a measles shout out for you. Measles.
800.
Well, we could go to a slightly less infuriating, maybe, thing. Well, Steve, you wrote an article about the misinformation wars on SBM. You want to give people a primer of that? You could go read it, by the way, everybody, on Science-Based Medicine if you don't already.
Yeah, I was ripping off a recent study. This is they're using a database, like a validated psychological tool. You can go online and take this test.
Mhm.
It is they give you 20 headlines.
Misinformation.
The headlines were created by the misinformation susceptibility test. This is a validated test. There's tons of studies using this, and you could go and take the test and become part of the data pool. So I took it. It's 20 questions. How many do you think I got right out of 20?
20.
23.
20.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 100%. So it's for a skeptic, it should be easy, which
Mhm.
I think tells you something. But especially their headlines. Now, here's the key, though, is you have to. I wasn't sure about this initially, and then I just decided to do it this way. The question is not, did somebody publish this headline somewhere? The question is this true? Is what the headline is saying true? Right? Not is this a real headline or a fake headline, but is the headline, the claim in the headline true?
Mm.
And so if you just answer it that way, it's pretty easy. Again, for a skeptic, but
We
the
hope.
point is, it's not easy for a lot of people,
Mhm.
and so there's some there's some demographics that are interesting. Men tend to do a little bit better than women. Democrats do better than Republicans, and perhaps the most concerning is that the generation that did the worst was, what do you think?
Zoomers and boomers. Well, that's 2 generations. I would say, I don't know.
Yeah, the
Zoomers?
Zoomers, the youngest
Yeah.
generation.
Yeah.
There is increasing evidence that partly this is an educational problem, but I think it's also a massive screen time, social media issue.
Yeah.
Is that their reading comprehension skills are falling behind. They cannot really parse, what they're reading and decide, like, even basic things like. There was nothing humble about that brag, by the way. I was straight up bragging.
Yeah.
They have a hard time figuring
brag.
out what the different sides of an argument are saying.
Mm.
For example,
Yeah.
go ahead, go take the test right now, guys. You'll get. I suspect everyone here will get 20 out of 20. Maybe you might get thrown
You
by
better.
one, but just think: is the claim in the headline true? Is this from a real paper or not? That's not the question. They're all fake, by the way.
That's true.
All of the headlines were made by ChatGPT.
Mm.
So
If you miss one, 20 push-ups, chat.
Yep. 20
Okay.
So
push-ups
did you
per,
just give us-
per
did you
one you get right.
Per one you get wrong.
did you just
Yeah.
give us all the answers then? They're all fake? Just say no,
Just
no,
say
no,
fake,
no,
fake,
no.
fake, fake.
No,
you have to
again, you're
pick.
missing the point. They're all from ChatGPT. The question is the claim in the headline true or not?
That's what I
Right.
mean. So you're saying they're all not. So then ChatGPT was sometimes
Yes.
right, sometimes wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a
Well-
real claim. Right.
Yes.
Just an artificial.
But the headlines were formulated. They're not pulled from
Right.
actual newspapers. They're just all formulated. Because you read the methods of the study, they'll tell you how they're made.
Yeah.
And then they get validated, and they're trying to balance them. You could see how they're saying, "Oh yeah, that one's really like the Republicans are going to have a hard time with that one, but Democrats are going to have a hard time with this one over here."
Hmm.
It is hard to totally balance them. I could see how somebody might say this is biased against Republicans. I
Mhm.
could see that, but it's hard to know what that really means, because is that the case, or is it just that Republicans believe a lot of horseshit recently? You know what I mean? They're so that party has basically endorsed conspiracy thinking and nonsense. That's now mainstream. They've mainstreamed misinformation. So of course their followers believe more misinformation. But it depends on how you look at it, I guess.
Ian, did you get that picture I sent you?
Yes. You want to show that one?
Yeah, show
So, okay, true or false? Science or fiction? Here we go. Here's a science or fiction picture. Can you tell? Real? No real?
No, it's not
The
real.
not real.
Somewhere in the
I don't know.
multiverse.
It could be. Hey, you don't know the multiverse, but you know who does know the multiverse? Not to switch topics that
Oh,
quickly,
boy.
but
I want to live in that that
Oh, just
that you want to live in that one where
Keep
that's true.
sticks,
It
that
would be.
punk.
That would actually be
Mr. Soundbite.
Mr. Soundbite. Mr. Tarif. Hold on, let me share it again a different way so that it'll be smoother. Q and confirm.
Man, he collapsed like
Close
a
it.
cheap lawn chair on tariffs, man. That was quick.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but
What is he gonna do?
yeah,
But China, 148%.
You're
or
muted.
whatever.
Ian, you're muted.
Am I?
124. I can
No,
hear.
no,
him.
you the
Oh, the
that
audio.
video is.
You're right. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Let's
we gotta
watch.
listen to him talk.
Let's see what Mitch has
You
to say.
exist with parallel universes. In your living room, there are dinosaurs.
There are dinosaurs.
In your
Isn't that
living room,
enough?
there are pirates. In your living room, there are aliens. You don't have to go into outer space to see the aliens. The aliens are there, right there in your living room.
But you can't
The
see them.
multiverse,
Let's
in a
see 'em,
simple
though.
way. Take a look at radio. If you walk into your living room, how many radio stations are there in your living room? Hundreds of radio stations, right? But your radio is only tuned to one frequency, okay? It resonates at one frequency, and that's why you hear only one station. But how many stations are there in principle in your living room? Hundreds of vibrations. Now replace the radio with electrons. The electron is a wave governed by quantum mechanics. And how many waves are there of these electrons? An infinite number of waves, just like infinite number of radio waves. But you are tuned to one frequency. That's why you exist with parallel universes. The thing is, you are no longer vibrating in unison with them. You've
What?
bifurcated. So you cannot jump into these other universes.
Man,
Wow.
he's just throwing
All right.
around vibrations and frequencies. It's so annoying.
I mean,
That's-
is he trying to dumb it down to the person he's
Yeah.
talking to, or is he just
yeah,
full
it's
of-
clearly. But
That's
the thing
being
is,
generous. That's being
the
generous.
problem is,
And
yeah, when,
being generous, that's his way of trying to make it accessible. But
Yeah.
I think he's creating more confusion.
He,
Right.
No, but Steve, it's bullshit. That's the thing.
you
It's not just
misrepresent it.
dumbed
You
down. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know-
Well, not really, because he, again, at the end there, where Ian just cut it off, he was saying you can't access any of these other universes because
Mhm.
in whatever we've bifurcated with them. So they're not really there. They're not part of our universe. But in some quantum way, this is the multiverse theory. In some quantum multiverse, they do exist, but they're just completely inaccessible to us.
Right.
Mm-mm.
and he also doesn't make
okay.
it clear that's just a theory. There's no evidence
Yeah.
basically at all that this is really
Right.
this really happens. There's no hint of that in anything he said about it. And I hate how any pseudoscientist can listen to him and then just latch
Run
on
with
to this
that,
whole
yeah.
vibration frequency thing and run with it. It's like
Yeah.
at least do something creative and new with your simplified description of something like that. Give me a new way to describe it besides goddamn frequencies and vibrations. Jeez. Oh, but he loved that radio analogy. I guess that he was just in love with that.
Yeah, once he stumbled on that, it's like, this is it. Yeah. Well,
So,
oh god.
Ian, how many of those rockets do you think we can print before the conference?
That's a good question. I was actually doing that calculation earlier today. So the discs, they take about 3.5 hours
Per
we're
disc.
probably per disc. The benefit of this one is that because it's on a conveyor belt, I can just keep printing them. Boom, boom, boom. The rockets
That's
are a
cool.
little bit more vertical, so I have to
Yeah.
print them on my other machine, and so I could probably make 4 on a thing. Each one takes 6 hours, and so with 4 of them on there, it'd probably take, I don't know, 12. I don't know what it is when I have that many more. It might just speed up the process a little bit, but I mean,
good
we're
news
gonna
is I'm
try to
getting-
make 50 of them. I don't know, something like that, right? Or
Yeah.
who
That's enough.
knows?
Probably.
I'm getting the file from the guy.
So a little bit limited, quantity if you're coming to Nauticon based on the number of people. So get them while they're hot, literally. Or I could bring, I could bring the 3D printer there and print it live. You could have it fresh. How about that, chat?
That's
You want that?
interesting.
I could actually, but
Yeah, it's not that
might
big
be
of
a
a deal.
pain in the butt.
It needs a computer though, right?
A computer. No,
Greg,
I wire
Greg,
it.
40 push-ups. Craig,
Oh,
needs- Craig
40
needs to push
push-ups.
40 push-ups.
That's it.
How noisy is it?
It's not bad. The mine, because I have it on like dampers and like it's in a container, in a box rather. The CR30, which is the conveyor belt one, does not, and it's just significantly noisier. So it sounds like a dot matrix printer, kind of like, and I replaced the motors with quieter ones. It was like really bad
Oh
before.
my god.
So I need to overclock the printer. Yeah. I have to make some adjustments to this because I think I made the layers too thick, but we'll see.
I think if we have 40 or 50, that'll be more than enough.
That should be
That's what
fine.
we-
Yeah.
we'll
And
be
also, we're
fine.
going to bring them to Kansas, probably some of them.
Mhm.
Kansas.
But we'll have more time before then.
That's true.
Ticket
have
sales are going
September.
very well for that
For
weekend.
Kansas?
Yeah, if you're
good to
near
hear.
Lawrence, Kansas, Kansas rather, or whatever.
Did we book? Are we selling tickets for the private show too?
Not yet.
Well,
That's
yeah,
still-
let's talk about that real
You
quick.
got to get that up and running.
So I heard from the promoter today, and it's like we're 99% sure we're going to do the private show in the same venue as the
Yeah.
extravaganza.
That's good.
So Ian, let's just put up tickets for that for Saturday without saying what the venue is, and it'll be on that Saturday, probably 11 to 2 type of
Yeah.
type of
So
deal.
chat and anybody who's listening to this, or I'll have that up probably later tonight. And so if the
Yeah.
location changes, we'll make notice for everybody. But as of now, it'll be the same location as the extravaganza. So
But
come to
Ian,
both.
I'm getting the file from the designer.
Okay, well, yeah, send it to me whenever you're ready.
Yep.
Kansas, there's a Toto recall joke in there somewhere. Okay.
Toto recall. Yeah.
Toto, you're not in Kansas anymore. All right. What else is going on? Well, so we do have a FoodGuessr, which we could do maybe a little earlier. We could wait on that one for a little bit.
Mhm.
There was also a game that I saw called Redactable.
Redactable.
Redactle, I think it is actually.
Remarkable.
Which is kind of a fun little game where you have to guess the words in a Wikipedia article. Many of them are blanked out, and you have to guess what the article title is. I could show you that if you wanted to play
Let's do it.
a little bit. Maybe it's just like a fun little game. So you give me some guesses of what words you think this is, or like what words you think are in the article. Rather,
This is just an article. This is not like something we would recognize, like a doc.
you wouldn't recognize necessarily because it's a Wikipedia article, but like based on clues of
I
surrounding.
don't know. It's all just the connecting words.
It's true that it starts with the connecting words, and then as you guess, you
It's
see
too
how many
it's
reveal.
too varied.
Well, just give me a word. You don't have to guess it like first try.
Oh
Just give me words.
yeah. I see. You could guess and fill it in.
Okay, I'm gonna
On
guess
the right hand side is
one of the words is analyzed.
analyzed with a Z.
Zero.
Nothing. Okay, we got world from
Um,
chat. World. We got 7.
Is
Around
and so
the
it's got to be a
world.
noun that starts with a vowel.
How about result?
Result. I can spell. Hold on. Who pinged me? Somebody
There was
pinged me in
one.
Discord. Somebody pinged me in the Discord. You did. Yeah, there's one result. Story. I like story. We'll do this we'll try to do this quick. Chat. Study. I see something from chat. 3 hits. They're all pretty far. Oh, look, capital the something somethings. Tour. I don't see anything. Nope, no tour. News north. News north. Ooh, 22. Oh, look, north. Capital N north. So what is that? North
Carolina.
Pole? North Carolina could be.
Ollie North.
Oh, it is North Carolina with the North Carolina. What? With the North Carolina.
Put governor.
What? Interesting. Governor. Nope.
So what kind of article is this?
It's just a random Wikipedia article. It doesn't give you any information about like what.
Okay,
it
put in
is.
treaty.
Treaty with North Carolina. Nope. American. 18 Americans.
Nice. Good
Look,
job.
something is an American something and something.
Now I put in national.
National.
No,
well, in the national something.
So it's probably an American type
Capital?
of person. An American
No capital.
actor.
Actor. Okay, we'll do actor. Nope.
Nope.
No actor.
National
Budget.
Zeitgeist.
Scientist.
Scientist. 0.
No
Raleigh. Raleigh might be very specific. No, Raleigh is not. League. Ooh, look at this. 25 hits for league as
Wow.
a league. Capital L league.
So maybe it's a sport.
Capital L.
Like try a hockey.
Hockey. Is hockey popular in North Carolina?
I have no idea.
Who the hell knows?
So it could be football, soccer,
All right, try any sport.
football.
you
One
go.
football.
Baseball, been very, very good to me.
Soccer.
Me.
No. Author. No author. Sports. I'll just do sports in general. 13 hits for sports. Okay. 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 Okay.
we're
okay.
getting there
I
now.
think we're in. How about baseball, basketball,
The sports world by
storm?
something by storm. Okay.
That's
Storm.
good thinking there, Steve.
Not storm.
No,
For the something of the something.
by cracky.
By cracky. Rugby. We're saying basketball. Basketball. Oh, the
There it is.
National Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
maybe?
try that.
Hall of Fame is not one word though.
We'll do Hall and
Hall.
and
11. Fame.
Oh,
Okay,
see,
11.
11,
So Hall of
11.
Fame is probably
Hall of Fame is yep.
Is of showing?
North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame. Yeah, of is in there. It was one of the connection words.
so with the North Carolina blankety blank. So that's the sport teams, I guess.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, that's now as sports aficionados, all of us.
Yeah.
Who
How
is the
about the
team
word-
in North Carolina?
How about champions?
Champions. We are the champions. Anybody remember that song from
Queen, man.
Three.
We're still missing.
Oh,
Look
that
at this
one.
block
I was
here,
talking
like
about that one.
that bottom paragraph. The whole
Championship. National championship.
There it is.
Basketball with North Carolina something. As a something was a something of the something national championship something in something. Games. Ooh, 38 with games.
That's a good one.
American games. American games.
Mhm.
Lowercase games. Games is kind of
Record. Put record.
record. Okay, very good. Record. Oh, there's a dash record. 34 of that. That's good. That's
34.
good. Let's see if we scroll down. and see.
World, well, the world,
record of.
the word world. should
Word
be before
world.
that.
World.
Nice,
I think we
Jack.
did world already. So there's
You did.
7 worlds around the
7?
world. 7.
7.
Put the word travel.
Travel. Okay, I like travel.
Nothing.
0.
Nothing.
Let's see. I'm just gonna click
Put the word born.
born. Interesting. Born.
Be
Born.
1, I would guess. 3.
3.
Yeah.
Wait. Look at
And
this. That's
died.
interesting. So it could be the person born something in. So died. No, still
So
alive.
he's still alive.
technically. Was born at. Something is born. Is that A Star Is Born? Is
Could
that the
be.
movie? A Star Is Born.
Try
A
it.
Star Is Born. Okay, 21 Star is born as a league star.
Why would they put the movie as? Go back to where it says "A Star Is Born."
A Star Is
Wait,
Born.
there's also a dash star there too. Super. Put super.
Super. Thanks for
Fast
asking.
fromage.
2.
Super.
Hmm.
The super something. James, Charlotte, Lakers.
What's a North Carolina basketball team? We need
I don't know.
Evan. So we need
James.
Somebody
All-
put it up. Somebody said
all.
Duke before.
Duke. All Star. Yeah, you're right. All Star. Duke. There's only one Duke,
Well, that's better than nothing.
and it's Duke Ellington.
Put Fanuc.
All-Star. Fanuc. Man. No.
All right. How about this? Controversy.
Did we put player?
Player. Oh, basketball player.
41.
What is a basketball player person? 41. Panthers. What's the Panthers? Is that like a sports team? No.
Did we
Nope,
use
not
the
them.
word team?
Oh, team. Good question. Nope. National championship team.
70? That's a good hit.
Yeah, that was a big
7?
one. 7. If I click a bunch. National team.
For the blank national basketball
National
team, at the
team.
blank American.
Mm-hmm.
We did all star.
Professional.
Yeah,
Somebody saying?
professional.
It's got to be one word, chat. One word.
VIP or oh, it's
VIP.
not VIP. You know the MVP.
MVP.
That's what I'm looking
MVP. Ooh,
That's a good one.
27.
27.
27. Player MVP. Yep. League MVP. MVP. So
Season.
this person was an MVP and also season 74.
74.
Oh
Two in a
my God.
row.
So clearly very popular with basketball seasons. So probably played a bunch of seasons maybe.
Somebody said coach.
Chicago.
I think coach is a
Coach?
good word. Yeah.
Put me in coach. There's 8 of them.
8.
8 of them as a something in coach.
How about his position, like forward, center,
Okay, forward. Okay, there's a forward, like
offense,
forward.
defense, score? Do we put score?
Offense, 4 offenses. We could say score. What else is in basketball? Shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shooting, 20 shootings. What's another like
The shutout.
point percentage? Oh yeah, shutout.
Record
Shutout.
winning.
Yeah, winning or like yeah.
Is there a hyphen in there? Shutout.
Is it shut
Winning was nice.
dash out like that?
Try it.
Nope.
Nope, I was wrong.
Charlotte.
Regular.
Dunking. Regular season.
Yeah,
that's
regular
very
season
popular.
versus what's the thing after the regular season?
How about foul?
Foul. Not
Two.
the bird. Olympics is an interesting one. 6 Olympics.
Good playoff?
Playoff, that's got to be popular. Yep, 11 playoff mentions.
What the hell? This is hard, man.
Well, we're thinking, it's basketball. So what is it? You think it's? I mean, clearly it says born, so it's got to be a person.
Give me a second to read a little
right?
bit of that.
Vegemite. I'm gonna put it.
Well, he's something in addition to. He's an American blank and blank professional basketball player.
Is an American blank and
what else could he be?
Basketball broadcaster. You know what I mean? Like Shaq.
Did
Is
he
it
use
Shaq?
coach?
We did coach.
Yep.
We did coach. ESPN. Somebody said, yeah, because he could be like an anchor.
Personality.
Personality could be a personality. Personality. Nope, not personality.
Announcer.
College announcer. That's it could be. Well, he could be we did coach, an American entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It could be. Don't have me spell entrepreneur. I don't know if I spelled it right. Former is a good one.
There you go.
That's what former was. There was former professional. Okay, so older professional basketball player. We could think about
How about
some
the
of
word
those
he?
people.
He did
Larry
actor, right?
Bird.
What else would it be? Sportscaster.
Could be sportscaster.
Put in he.
Sportscaster.
I think
Sportscaster. He. Okay, I'll do he. 137. So it is a man. Sportscaster. Nope. Oh, it says sportcaster. Sportscaster. Also no. Shaq. Should I do Shaq? Shaq. Nope, no Shaq. Actor.
I think we did actor.
We already did actor. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Captain.
Is an American captain of industry.
One. So I think is when it says born blankety blank, that's his real name.
It could be. Yeah, that's probably his name. He his given name. This is his name or most popularly known name. It's probably up here. Something.
What famous former basketball player played for the North Carolina blankety blanks?
Somebody said Charles Barkley. You could try that.
Barkley. Barkley's in there, but it's not
Charles.
Barkley. We could do Charles.
We put John. Just put some
Chucky.
common names in there. See what
John, Joseph, Jingleheimer, Schmidt. Schmidt.
All right. Well, this was interesting.
An actor.
Put time.
Time. Ooh, time. A lot of time. All time. Commercials endorsed. Penalty. Okay. No penalties.
Did you put commercial? Have we used that already?
Commercial. Ooh.
2. Big 2.
Did we do space? We said space.
We
Space.
did he. So how about him?
Him. He. Him.
20.
Somebody said
Very woke.
Bazinga. I think that's a big one.
Okay, Bazinga. Chat's so mad.
Jordan. Somebody wants to put Jordan in there.
We didn't put Jordan.
Somebody wrote, "These guys don't
I don't
follow
know
sports."
if it's.
That
I
is
don't know.
so
if it's
true.
Jordan.
We
I mean,
we
I
don't
know
follow
some sports. I've never watched basketball as like a spectator sport. Never.
I don't know if Michael Jordan would have a Wikipedia page. Let's go with Larry Bird. You know what I mean? Maybe Larry Bird. Oh, Larry Bird's in there. It could be Larry.
Yeah, but that's not the main guy.
That's not the main guy. Let's think of LeBron. Who else should we do? LeBron James.
Put in
Oh,
Michael. Let's put in Michael.
Yeah, Jordan.
Michael. How do you spell Michael? Michelle.
Michael.
Mach. Hold on, let me restart it.
Michael.
I'm sorry, I'm just trolling chat. Of course, it's Michael. We know who it is. Come on.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's Michael Jordan.
Yay.
Chat figured it out about like 5 minutes ago, so I was just trolling you, chat. I'm sorry. But yeah, 1963, also known by these initials MJs, an American businessman.
Businessman. That's what
and
he is.
former professional, and also was in Space Jam. Shout out. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. All right, so that's a fun one. That is just a fun little game that we found, and there's it. Try some years, Ian, to get that. Okay, yeah. Allen Iverson, I should have. Sorry, chat. All right, let's get to the real one, the real game that we all know and love. FoodGuessr.
We're gonna nail it this week.
We're gonna nail it this time. Here we go. Ooh,
Whoa.
I don't know what those are, but they look pretty good.
Pretty tasty.
They look pretty. That looks like a Willet bread if I ever.
Yeah.
Flour, olive oil, sugar, orange juice. Wait a minute. Brandy, honey, walnuts, cinnamon, cloves, baking powder, baking soda, orange zest, lemon zest, semolina. Ooh,
I've had this.
I have semolina. It seems Italiano, if I would say.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
a little.
it's
You know what I mean? This dish is a traditional dessert enjoyed during festive seasons. It features fragrant cookies with a flour and olive oil and a hint of citrus zest. These are baked until golden and then dipped in sweet syrup made of honey spices, allowing them to soak up the flavor. Finally, they are typically topped with a generous sprinkle of crushed walnuts around a delightful crunch to each bite. Walnuts, I don't know.
If not Italian, definitely something Middle Eastern.
Certainly, yes. It does seem like that. Could be Greek. It's all Greek to me.
Armenian.
We could do Armenia. Hold on. Somebody being Olivia wanted me to hit that super chat before I lose it. Sorry. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, for the 20 Australian. Do the Melville brothers have other siblings? And if so, yeah, we've talked about this. Are they also skeptical? And what about on the people alive today that could potentially live past 120 with the help of AI and biology and biotech? Wow. What a distraction from the food.
So yes, no, and who cares?
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Bob's not here, so it doesn't matter. He's eating. All right, what country? Armenia? Boom.
Sure.
Warmish, but more western.
The west of Armenia.
To the west of
I mean, we could go with Italy, see where
all right, let's just do
triangulates.
Italy. It does seem kind of Italian. Ooh, wait, hot and east. Look at this. Melo macarono. That's got to be Greek, right?
Yeah, so Greek.
Melo macarono.
It has a Greek vibe to it with the honey.
It certainly does, and it is Greece. Yep. Traditional Greek dessert.
Yeah, I had those in Greece. That's when I went.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
So why'd you say Greece?
Yeah, what the hell's wrong?
I can't remember fucking yesterday, Steve, let alone last year, 2 years
There
ago.
are some things, like it does seem kind of Italian too. Like there's probably some crossover.
We were
dessert.
right. We deserved
in the
right
range.
there.
Turkish could probably convey Turkish, Greek, Turkish.
We're getting good at this.
Oh God.
What?
I mean,
Christ
that
was that?
Plantain?
I think it's a plantain. Oh Lord. Well, that's about where
Look
it
at
would
this.
happen.
What
The whole house. They took the whole house with them.
What happened to these
People were
people?
running away from the food. Coconut milk, fish, onions, garlic, bell peppers, tomatoes, green plantains, yucca, thyme, cilantro, scallions, achiote, pepper, salt, lime juice, hot peppers, carrots, and okra. This is just a flavorful
Brazil?
stew prepared with coconut milk, whatever. Blah,
That
blah, blah.
Creole?
Could be like a Creole, although Creole isn't a country in terms of.
No, it isn't.
I mean, you could do U.S. I mean, this doesn't look, I would say, just from the photo, like the U.S. Like the foliage doesn't look.
Try Brazil.
US. Could be Brazil. Brasieros. Ooh, borders it. Hey, very good, Jay.
Thank you.
Not Cambodia, so it is South American. Plantain, yucca. What other big countries have that?
hmm.
It doesn't sound Peruvian to
I
me, but
really
watch
don't
it
like
be
the way this
Peruvian.
looks at all.
Yeah, it looks a
I would
little
not eat that.
deconstructed. It probably tastes awesome, but it looks terrible. Oh no, I died. Oh no, there we
How
go.
about Bolivia?
Bolivia. Nope. We
Try
are in the
Panama.
wrong.
Oh, so we only got what we got farther.
Wait,
away. So do
yeah. What border is Brazil though? It's all the upper
Guyana,
Guyana.
Venezuela.
Hot. Nope. It's called Run Down. That's crazy.
Try
To
Bolivia.
have it with this picture. We did Bolivia already.
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Oh, no, it didn't say borders. So it's got to be Colombia.
Not Bolivia. Yeah, so
How about Argentina?
Colombia, Ecuador. No, I don't know if it's Ecuador. Maybe Argentina. No, we're in the wrong direction. It's probably Uruguay, Guyana.
Yeah, do Uruguay.
Colombia?
Then.
Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Oh,
Yay.
well, we didn't get it. It wasn't Uruguay.
Well,
It's a bunch of other countries: Jamaica, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, Panama, Bahamas, Colombia, Costa Rica, Honduras, Haiti, Cayman Islands, Trinidad and
Oh, it was
Tobago,
Colombia.
Dominican Republic. Oh, it was.
But how
Colombia.
come it
was the
didn't
closest
say
one.
borders Venezuela? See, that's the thing that's confusing.
I don't know. I guess technically it doesn't.
It does.
No, it
though.
does. Yeah,
It
you're
100%
right.
does.
It 100%
That's what
does.
threw me.
Did we do Venezuela? Yeah, we did Venezuela, didn't we?
They lied.
They are liars. Rundown is emblematic of the fusion of cultural influences present in Central. Yeah, that's why it looks like a hodgepodge, because it's like literally a bunch of cultures just
Yeah,
throwing
yeah, yeah.
shit in the pot.
Yeah, but that
Like,
picture with all the, that's not. Oh boy, I don't
it's
know.
not an appetizing picture.
What's this?
This one might actually be fine.
A
That's
cracker?
dog food.
Ooh,
What is it?
tofu?
Nope.
Looks like dog food to me.
It's
Oh, it's very thin.
skinny.
Oh, it's
A
thin.
cracker.
Oh, I know what that is.
Triscuit, cinnamon
That's
toast crunch.
cereal. That's right. That is
Say
It's
French toast cereal.
Cinnamon
Say
toast
it.
crunch.
cinnamon toast
Cinnamon
crunch. Yeah.
toast.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
those are good. My daughter
Bought it
likes
for the
those.
first time in like 2 years.
Did kind of look like tempeh. You went to Costco? Is that where you went? You sneaky Costco goer. Shout out to Costco. I mean, I don't know. I think they're okay. Whatever. Oh,
What are we looking at here?
flatbread. I think it's a flatbread. Oh, but that's like a sweet flatbread. It
Yeah,
looks
check
like
that out.
that's like candied something or other. Okay, so it's flour, water, olive oil, salt, yeast, sweet or savory toppings. Dish has roots in western part of the Mediterranean.
Oh, they
Mhm.
look
And is
yummy as hell.
very popular in a cultural region known for its diverse and flavorful cuisine. It's a versatile pastry that can be enjoyed in both sweet and savory forms, often adorned with
Pastry.
toppings like pine nuts, fruits, or vegetables. The
Oh.
pine nuts makes me think something,
Yeah,
but
me too.
Oh, man. Look at that.
the way they just threw a sausage in the middle of it is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like bleh,
It's like bang.
flop.
Yeah, the sausage there makes me think like, I don't know. Try Germany.
Germany, is that part of the
No.
Mediterranean though? It says western part of the Mediterranean.
Turkish?
Aleman?
Turkey.
Western?
Is that Western enough? I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty Turkey. Let's go with Turkey. Cool. Yep, it's further west. So if we think about Western Mediterranean countries, what are you thinking? Top of Africa, bottom of Europe, right? In theory. Italia.
Yeah, give it a
Maybe
shot.
off the coast of Spain, potentially. Italy. Oh, warmer, but actually not. So it's called coca or coca.
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 All right. Well, I mean, it's
What do you
saying
Seems
How
like
about
a little Spanish language.
something in North Africa?
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Morocco,
Morocco.
Algeria, Tunisia. Morocco. Ooh, borders. Ooh.
what the hell?
Ooh.
Hmm.
What do we got in terms of countries that border Morocco? Spain is separated from Morocco, so I think technically it doesn't border it, I guess, in a way. España. Catalan. Yeah, that could be good.
Algeria.
Algeria. Nope. Went the wrong direction.
Western Sahara.
Western, very good. Spain. It's a Spanish thing.
They counted
Specifically,
Spain as bordering.
I know
Morocco?
it's separated with water, but I guess close enough. Catalonia, Valencia. I mean,
Lied twice.
I know, liars.
Okay.
The etymology of the word coca is linked to the Dutch word "kok." The English
Well,
word
I mean,
cake.
Spain almost touching Morocco. They just have the Strait of Gibraltar between them.
That's water. They're touching water.
Yeah, but you could wave to people.
That's true. Steve is getting stabby. I know he's getting stabby. All right, look at our final score. Not so good this week, but that's okay.
No,
7,000. Cancer. What about these quiz games? No. Oh,
All right. Any questions from the chat?
and yeah, chat, go ahead, hit us with the questions. Also, if you're in the Discord, I know there's probably some questions you have a brewing that I could pick up. I think this is from last time. Question for the live stream. Do the rogues have any book recommendations for philosophy? Interesting.
Philosophy.
I don't know. That's a Kara question.
No, I mean, I can think of quite a few.
There's the philosophy of what's our guy's name, Jay? That was on our show a couple times. Did he do the philosophy of The Simpsons?
Oh, interesting. Philosophy of the Simpsons book. The Simpsons philosophy. What was it? Hold on.
Or did you do the philosophy of Star Trek?
Was that William Irwin or Mark T. Conrad, or Aeon J. Scober?
I think the closest book I have is a book about falafel.
That's a good philosophy. The falafel philosophy.
How about Beyond Good and Evil?
Oh, there you go.
I never read it though.
Since Bob wasn't here, there was somebody who was asking about how you feel that people can live past 120 years with AI and other developed techno-futurism. What do you think about that?
How do we feel? I mean, I think that
What's it going to take to go beyond our natural limit of about 120 years?
Well, somebody was saying that since that is potential, or they kind of seemed like they said possible. What do you feel about that transhumanism? I guess idea is maybe what they're getting at.
I mean, I'm fully behind life extension. I think.
Oh yeah, man.
As long as you're healthy, as long as you're able-bodied.
I would first really appreciate it if they, as they say, compress the morbidity so that you're actually you're 50 or 60 years old, looking and feeling, or even younger, up until like 110, 120, and then over the course of a few years, you just kind of like, so
that's hard to do though.
The decrepitude is minimized, so you're healthy for many decades more than now.
These are fine goals that we are nowhere close to accomplishing.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not saying what we're close to. I'm just saying what I think is possible, and we will eventually see at some point.
Yeah.
But going beyond living to say 150 or 200 or more. I mean, with genetic engineering, I mean, sure, it's going to be hard as hell. But with AI helping, I mean, look, we talk about it on the show we recorded just a couple of nights ago about AI making some interesting advances in science. We could see that for at some point. Who knows how long? It's going to be fiendishly complex for sure, but it's physically possible. It seems to me.
Yeah, that's what they were asking about. The help of AI, specifically in biology and biotech. So listen to the show tomorrow. Apparently, there's some help of AI, discussion. How useful AI is in that realm. Probably speeds up a lot. I mean, who knows if that makes it more likely to happen, but some things get easier.
Give it enough data, and it could
Hopefully
find patterns.
Yawning is not a symptom of boredom, by the way.
Lack of oxygen.
Yawning is not a symptom of being bored.
Well, I yawn because I've been up. My average wake time is like 5 a.m. So I mean, All right, so guys, have a great weekend. Everybody,
are you bailing? All right.
I got to feed my children's.
All right.
Going to get some pizza.
All
Steve,
right, I
I'll call
think
you
that's
tonight and we'll
it.
finalize some plans, all right?
Yes, sounds good.
Oh, last one. Somebody was asking if you saw monkey dust, Bob.
No.
No, what's
I don't
that?
know what that is. It's a synthetic cathin. I don't even know what
My
that
curiosity is piqued.
All right. Well, maybe we'll talk about it on Wednesday.
I'll look that
send
up.
you- Yeah, monkey
dust.
dust. It sounds like a drug, but whatever.
Yeah, right.
All right,
Monkey
everybody.
Have a great weekend,
Thank
everybody.
you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy
Thanks,
your weekend,
everyone.
Friday.
Make some
Thanks,
bread.
Ian.
Oh,
So
yes.
long.
May's gonna update the bread recipe with the sourdough aspect of it.
Yeah,
I'll
Ian, I
tell you.
emailed you. I just need
I know.
access to that file.
I'll email you back. All right.
Focaccia, baby.
Bye.
Focaccia.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Skeptic's Guide to the Universe is produced by SGU Productions, dedicated to promoting science and critical thinking. For more information, visit us at theskepticsguide.org. Send your questions to info@theskepticsguide.org. And if you would like to support the show and all the work that we do, go to patreon.com/skepticsguide and consider becoming a patron and becoming part of the SGU community. Our listeners and supporters are what make SGU possible.
It was Michael Jordan. Okay. Vulcans love the watermelon. Thanks everybody for being here. Make sure you get those tickets to Kansas if you're in Kansas, Lawrence. I know I'm pushing hawking tickets and Nauticon. There are a few more VIP tickets available. If people didn't get VIP tickets, you can add it on to your ticket. You just hit that you already have a ticket and add the VIP. Boom, bing, bang. Bonus. Chief Troll is back. Master Troll. Thank you. Shawarma? What? Sure, shawarma. Why not? Delicious. Although I haven't had it in a while because I'm not of that persuasion anymore, if that's what you would say. Any other things we got to talk about, chat? Remember to link us some weird videos in the Discord if you find any on the interwebs or anything you want actually the guys to discuss, especially for the Wednesday streams, because we have usually a little bit more time to do that. Come to Tampa. That's an interesting one. We could talk about that. How much digital data are you managing across all your projects? Too much. I don't even know how to quantify that. I did pick up the drive that was busted. They unfortunately couldn't recover anything. So I just have to recreate a bunch of stuff on the computer, which I already basically have done. So what are you going to do? 19 out of 20? That's 20 push-ups for you. You know that, Leanne. You should have been paying attention, and that's 20 push-ups. Very good. Everyone do your push-ups, do your pull-ups, do your planks, do your planches, do your front levers. I don't know. You can just turn the camera around. There is no camera. Where do we post we post in Discord for discussion? Oh, so there is a channel called Livestream Questions. Livestream Questions. I don't know how I have to do this voice. But if you hover over Livestream Questions, there's a thread that says more active threads. It's called link submissions. And you can click that there. You can also click the link to to pin it, I think. I don't know. Lock thread? No. Close thread? No. I don't know how to pin it. Whatever. So there's that. So go ahead and click on that. Submit those links for our Wednesday stream so that we can have some fun stuff. Planking? Why not? Not the 2006 variant where you would plank and just lay on. Okay, never mind. I think that's it. Shawarma is Tony Stark's first choice. I mean, it's delicious. Doing post live stream planks now. Very good. Get that core strong. We're gonna need it in the apocalypse. Anyway, thanks for being here. We'll see you later. Listen to the show tomorrow. I know it disappears for me too, but the music thread is pinned for some reason. I don't know why it disappears. I clearly broke it. Order all the things you need from China right away before, we can't actually, no, never mind. The tariffs are already in place, right? Are they already? I don't know. Whatever. Good luck out there. I'll see you later. Ian, are you ready to work in a factory screwing tiny U.S. manufacturing powerhouse? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yes. Ta-ta. I'm gone. I got to get everything in order. Well, I'm already 3D printing, so I'm basically bringing manufacturing back just in my own home. See you guys later. Bye-bye, guys and gals, and everybody else in between. Bye modally. Okay. Love you. Bye.